Zuma claims the MK party will reopen the Electoral Court case against the IEC. Before we continue, please kindly hit on the subscribe button. Remarkably, Jacob Zuma, the head of the Umkhonto we MK party, has said that he intends to revive the Electoral Court lawsuit against the Electoral Commission of South Africa, IEC, on the basis of fresh evidence of purported election manipulation. The former president said that the MK party had discovered proof the size of an elephant to bolster their allegations of election fraud during a speech at an event over the weekend in KwaZulu-Natal. Only a few days have passed since the party dropped its urgent request to have the results of the 2024 general election annulled. The only reason to withdraw the case was that the party discovered huge evidence and it required time for our lawyers to document it, Zuma said while elaborating on the original withdrawal. This comment implies that the MK party thinks it has discovered significant evidence to support its charges against the IEC. The MK party had already requested that the results of the general election in 2024 be ruled void owing to purported manipulation in an urgent case that was submitted to the Electoral Court. They did, however, withdraw this application last week, giving many people the impression that the issue had been resolved. The legitimacy of the most recent elections and its possible effects on South Africa's political climate are called into doubt by this most recent event. Zuma's most recent allegations have not yet received a response from the IEC, which has insisted that the elections were free and fair. Political observers are now keeping a careful eye on how the public's opinion of the election results and the stability of the recently elected administration may be impacted by this latest legal challenge. All eyes will be on the Electoral Court and the proof that the MK party claims to have as the crisis develops. Reopening this case may cause political unrest in South Africa for an extended length of time. Once again, Nomsa Masuku, a commissioner for the Independent Electoral Commission, IEC of South Africa, was taken into custody on suspicion of fraud that goes back more than 10 years. Despite what some people are saying on social media, her detention has nothing to do with reporting suspected vote rigging in the general elections of 2024. According to the misleading story, Masuku and other IEC employees disclosed a plot in which Democratic Alliance, DA, leader John Steenhuisen and African National Congress, ANC, President Cyril Ramaphosa reportedly bought off officials to rig the elections. In turn, the ANC allegedly garnered 40.2% of the vote while the DA received 21.8%, paving the way for the establishment of a government of national unity, GNU. Africa Check, on the other hand, has refuted these accusations, claiming that there is no proof of bribery or vote rigging by the DA and ANC. On June 21, 2024, Masuku was arrested for suspected fraud perpetrated between 2006 and 2011, while working for Standard Bank's Adopt a School organization. According to reports, Masuku falsified documentation in order to provide friends and family member scholarships, and part of the R$1.2 million in scholarships were transferred into her personal account. A decade ago, Standard Bank reported this matter to the police. Because of Masuku's prominent arrest soon after the elections and her position in the IEC, there have been many erroneous rumors. However, the facts remain unambiguous. Her detention is related to past accusations of fraud and unrelated to the 2024 election procedures or outcomes. The ANC had its lowest ever showing in the election, losing its 30-year parliamentary majority with a mere 40.2% of the vote. Notwithstanding allegations, if there had been any manipulation, the ANC would have probably benefited more from the results. Masuku's arrest has nothing to do with any verified connections to political retaliation or election interference. Rather, it stems from a decade-long charity scam. An official protest to the nomination of Western Cape Judge President John Hlophe to the Judicial Service Commission, JSC, has been received once again, according to Parliament Speaker Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nkakula. The objection, which was filed by a number of legal advocacy organizations as well as concerned people, draws attention to the continuing disputes concerning Hlophe's judicial behavior and casts doubt on his qualifications for the position. The objection letter includes many accusations of misconduct and impropriety against Judge Hlophe and is signed by eminent legal organizations such as Freedom Under Law, FUL, and the Council for the Advancement of the South African Constitution, CASAC. Among them are claims that illegal attempts were made to sway constitutional court judges in a case involving former President Jacob Zuma, which has been the subject of court investigation for more than 10